I really believe that the meetings that we're going to have, both of the meetings that we're going to have on Thursday, will spawn some great conversations, maybe some rocks that we haven't turned up yet. Maybe parents will help us with some solutions to problems. Maybe some of the community members will help us with some of the solutions. Maybe we're not going about this just right, but I really believe we need to get together and talk about what needs to happen next, because I think a fair number of students are going down the wrong path. I would hate to see some of our middle school students think they're going to succeed in high school and find out that they're going to fail. That'd be a shame.
What a great idea to have our parents come together with our community leadership, board members, principals, academic improvement officers, central office people. The vested interest is in Beaufort County and in our students' futures. A student that graduates from McCracken and comes on to Bluffton High School and graduates from here, my job is to prepare students to enter the military, to enter college directly, and to enter the workforce. If I'm preparing successful students and that they make a seamless transition to those areas and meet success, we've done our job. However, it's a great opportunity for those people in our community, our board members, and our educational leaders say, we all care about these issues. We're coming together to talk to the parents. Unfortunately, any student who comes to school is only with us 7 hours a day. What happens the rest of that time? I know in my family, when we have an opportunity to talk, we have already talked about going on to college. We're talking about what you have to do to get there. We're talking about how are you going to get there? What will you be majoring in? What will you do with the rest of your life? It's an important discussion, and that discussion has to be held with parents because they have the greatest amount of time with our students. As a parent, my job is to work with my child so that they're well prepared to be successful after I'm gone. And that's what I want every one of our parents who come in on Thursday night to see, to hear, and be able to plan to do. And we are their partners in this, but we certainly want their support.
You know, I'm really hoping that students as well as parents, and parents particularly for the evening, will see that we're really all in this together. And there are kids who will learn differently than perhaps what we've thought of. And by bringing everybody together, the community, you know, parents, the administration at various levels, be it high school where they're going or where they are currently or where they've been, or district level, or even, you know, the board members, et cetera, et cetera. I really think people will begin to understand, I'm hoping they'll understand, one, it's a team effort, it requires all of us. Two, that we'll do whatever it takes to make their kids successful, but, you know, kids have to meet us, and we need to make sure they're going to be successful. So,
the solution to the problem of student achievement rests with each one of us. It rests with the parents, it rests with the school, the community, the churches in the community. Because if these children are not educated properly, they are the ones that's going to break into your homes. They are the ones we have to build additional penal facilities for, jails for, because they're going to end up in jail. Those of us who are growing old, we need someone to take over once we leave here. I mean, these children are our future. And if we don't prepare them today, you know, what are we looking for in terms of, you know, what is our future going to look like? As a parent of 4, my goal was to be sure each one of my children graduates from high school, each one go to college, and I expect the same from them in terms of my grandchildren. Okay, so you have to have high expectation. If you don't expect a child to excel, if you don't expect a child to be a good student and even to get involved in education, then if they're looking to you for your expectation and you're not giving it as a parent, then they're not going to do it. So you have to have high expectations for your children. You have to have goals for your children and be sure that they make education the #1 priority. If the households are not talking about education being the key to a successful future and making that their #1 priority, I know we have to work. I know we take parents sometimes working 2 jobs and not getting involved, but until we make education a #1 priority in our households, this is not going to change. For an African American family, we need to go back to what happened to our ancestors. And even though they didn't have the freedom that we do to be educated, they found a way. They found a way around all the major issues and struggles they had. They found a way to not educate themselves, but to be sure their children, and they were willing to die for their children to be educated. We have to maintain that same kind of expectation if we're going to turn this around. It has to come from every level, the home, the school, the church, and the community. And if we do that together and gear, even government, even our local government, they themselves have to get involved and say, we want an educated community. Because when children are educated, then your lifestyle is different. If your population is not educated, you're opening your doors for all kinds of problems. So we have to be sure that's what we want. And if we want that, we need to put forth every effort to achieve that. And so it takes all of us working together.